Welcome to another episode of Creators Outlet, brought to you by our friends over at the Inked Marketing Team. If you need a little help with your Kickstarter or Indiegogo for your creator, contact Kevin over at Inked Marketing and see what they can do for you. 30 years in the business. Right now, we want to tell you about another project that's live on Kickstarter called Another Me. Watch the world burn in this psychological thriller. We have to warn you, it's all about the dark madness. Come and support these first-time creators and grab your copy at www.inked.pub/another time. And for more on Another Me, download the interview that I did with them 2 days ago. You can find it anywhere you can download your podcast at. Just search for Creators Outlet. And we're here with our guest tonight, Chris Caravalho.
Oh, how you doing?
Good.
Really happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's great to have you. Well,
yes.
first, I want to bring up a roster of characters that you have, so you can tell us about these heroes from Hawaii.
Yes. So back in 2014 is when I came up with this idea to have like this superhero group from Hawaii. So a team of characters that you can, if you look in Hawaii, we were basically a melting pot. So there's Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Samoan, there's Filipinos. We really are we call it mixed plates. And this team itself represents a present-day superhero team, how I would envision it. So you got the leader, which is the Royal Hawaiian Guard. That's the older guy. He's the mentor and the teacher of the group. He keeps everybody in check with the younger team members, such as Sister Shark. She's my tough girl. I got Super Size Soli, the hugest Samoan, the size of a building. Phantom Surfer is a mysterious surf riding guy. Gecko Man is a former thief, and he's now a superhero as well. Mighty Mug is another tough character from my West Side. West Side is traditionally known for being the tough guys. Portuguese Man of War. I'm part Portuguese, so I got to represent the Portuguese with the Portuguese Man of War. And we have Soul Hot. I wanted an Asian flavor character that's really spunky and furry. So this is what I started with. I collaborated with an artist, a local artist here. We came and we 2014 in September. I says I really want this to happen. Let's make it happen. So with the first issue of Aumakua, we did, and it's gone on to like six different books, but 10 books altogether with the spin-off series. So it's been fun.
Cool. Now, tell us a little bit about how you got into comics, when you discovered comics, and what drew you in.
Yeah, like a lot of us, I was raised on Saturday morning cartoons. My favorites were like the Super Friends, and when it came to comics, it was the getting any loose change I could find. Back then, everything was under $1, so you could go and get some change, run over to 7-Eleven off the spin rack and just grab your favorite issue. So, I was hitting up with the Marvel Avengers and with the Justice League. And I love, I'm a big fan of George Perez. So he was doing all those teen books, which always appealed to me because I just loved it when all these different characters would come together. And then, in fact, George went off with Teen Titans and this mentality of groups with just different personalities really resonated. And I just thought that was cool. Granted, when I was in school, I wasn't the most like vocal. I was more the shy kid in the back, drawing and just coming up with ideas. But that was being like a little bit of introverted. It was a good way to draw. I would draw like my classmates as superheroes, and that was one way to pull them in and start a little icebreaker to talk to them. And, like little did I know at that particular moment that I was actually creating that foundation of what would later become monocomics. And that's like superheroes from Hawaii that represent the many faces and races that we have here. So that was basically the foundation and the idea. The rest happened much later down the road, though.
That's cool.
Yes.
I'm liking this. Well, I want to take a look at the Kickstarter because, man, you're going gangbusters on this one.
Yeah, this one, this would be I think my 11th comic book that I'm doing. So it was really important for me to to just throw all the bells and whistles into the book. And for that, I have my partner from the very beginning, Chris Sloman, and Fantabulous, a local artist that we have over here on Oahu. And then I just so happened upon another artist, which was Francesco. We were talking about him on the break. But his last name, like I was telling you, is Mana, which, like I said, I don't believe in coincidences. But I was like, really, that's how you say your last name? Your last name's Mana, dude. We got to work together. So, I grabbed onto him, and with their dynamic art, we and the story that I wanted to share, it was a full steam ahead, and we just went and did it.
And it looks great. Now, I know because I listened to the trailer before.
Right.
Anuenue is Hawaiian for rainbow. So
yes, look at this.
Look, I did some homework.
I'm gonna tell you something. Your pronunciation was spot on. That was awesome. I'm like a quarter Hawaiian, and I stumble on Hawaiian words, but that was actually really well. So good for you. But yeah, you're right. Anuenue does mean rainbow. So yes.
Look at me, I'm the cool Howie.
Right on, brother.
So right now you've got 118 backers, 9 days to go.
Right.
Your goal was 3K, and you smashed that.
Yeah.
You're over 7,000 right now.
Yes, it was.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, and then we got that little thing, that little icon project we love on the Cricks. That's never happened, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" So it was a good. It was a good morale booster to get something that I've never achieved as well. And so Ink definitely helped with the ideas of putting this Kickstarter together in a way that appealed, and in the way that how to present it, where it was very eye-catching, and it was so I'm very pleased that we hit that goal. And I have an amazing group of loyal friends, but it's always nice to find that new person who says, I'll take a chance with you and try to see what you're about.
Yeah, it's very cool, man. You need to the picture that's displayed here now. That's the opening scene for the trailer with the Project We Love You Kickstarter. You need to print up a banner of that, and
right?
just hang it in the store, and have a couple extras made. So when you go to like the swap meets and any public things, you put that on the table and you sell the books on top of it.
That's the way to do it. It's definitely dynamic. And the thing about this book, that I wanted to push, because it is special to me, because there's a couple of things. First of all, it's an origin story of the Mana universe. Now, everyone heard of like the Marvel universe. Mana is a term, a Hawaiian term that means power. Now, if you're into like games like Magic the Gathering, you heard that term before, Mana, when you roll the dice and you get numbers and stuff. But Mana is actually a Hawaiian word that means your inner power, your strength, everything that makes you. In the Hawaiian culture, back in the day, other people would want to have their mana. They want to be powerful too. So there was you either defeat that enemy, take their mana. There was some supernatural ways to do that. But mana means just so much of anything in you. So it really is. This particular book, though, it's the beginning of it all. So it shows this cosmic ohana that comes down to Earth, that's sent to defeat the darkness, and they wanted to create like a paradise on Earth, and I think what I wanted to really display in this book is to share that message of aloha, share that message of unity, and it's through that unity, and I call it aloha and lokahi. Lokahi means united. Through those different things, because we're just in a total divided times right now. Yeah. But with those themes of togetherness and basically aloha is love, if we're coming together, we're just unstoppable. And I think that message needed to be shared, and it was the right moment for this book. And it, like I said, it tied in with the origin story of the whole Mana universe. But that message I really wanted to share. And I know this book, it's different. It sets it apart. You don't need to read all my other back issues. That's the great thing. A standalone, and it's a great message.
But after you read this book, if you want to go back and read those, you can go to monocomics.com.
Right, monocomics.com. I'm not going to twist your arm and say, but you go ahead and check it out. You're going to be pleasantly surprised, especially if you have a love for Hawaii, if you've been here, or if you, in fact, if you've lived here, any connections to it, you're going to get that authentic feel through all of the books. You're going to get that feeling like, oh yeah, this is like totally what Hawaii is. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It's a great positive message with, so many people going the opposite way with like a lot of books doing stuff to cause, more strife. I'm like,
and that's
look, dude, if I want this, I'll go get married or something. Leave me alone. I want some
strife.
I want some positivity in my comic books, I
want some love. Come on now. I want some love. But no, actually, that's what it is. You can post hate all you want 1,000 times. But aloha to me it's a better word to use. Spread that aloha, share that love. Lokahi, be united. It's terms like that are, Hawaiian language is very powerful, and it means something, and it vibrates out. So yeah, it's definitely, like I said, this book, it does all that and more. And if you have younger kids, it's really a great lesson, great art, a great story altogether blended.
Now I just threw the link for monocomics.com in the chat, along with the link for the Kickstarter.
Yes,
to my podcast listeners, if you want to see any of the images that we're going to be showing, just go over to Creators Outlet on YouTube, and please consider subscribing today so you don't miss any future content, even if you do like to download and listen to the episodes on the podcast way.
Yes. So yeah, definitely check us out on that Kickstarter, and there's the lower end rewards that we have. It's digital copies. Take a chance on it. It's not very expensive. You get to learn about it. There's one that has Aumakua #1, which is my first book. Talks about all the different characters that we're talking about at the beginning of the podcast, and then there's another digital copy of Anuenue Warriors. So you can get those two for real cheap. And you'll get great stories. You'll get laughs. You'll get drama, and it's really a fun ride in each book.
Well, let's take a look at everything. Well, looks like you're a big fan of independent comics.
Yeah, yeah, I am.
You've created 11 Kickstarters, but you've backed 39. You put your money where your mouth is,
Exactly. There's a lot of things that ring out to me, and it's like I said, this being you got to have that passion. First of all, if you're putting out a book there, I applaud anybody who tries, because I have a lot of friends that do it on the side too, but they're just a little bit too scared to go on Kickstarter. I think they just really fear a little bit of failure. But you gotta fall down though to learn how to get up. So you should really put yourself out there. That's my message to those who are just kind of unsure. Like, I have an idea. Hey, you know what? Just pitch it. You never know. And just get. But it takes preparation, takes work. It took, like I was selling and the other podcasts I had, you have to prepare yourself for it. So it took about a year to finally get everything in motion because I had zero knowledge. So it's a process, but you know what? It's also a passion, and it's a purpose. And after a year of like 22 years of a career, to actually be able to discover my passion, it's from 2014, it's been just an incredible journey. This whole monocomics itself, and it's opened up a lot of opportunities. So I'm really blessed.
Yeah, it's. See, this has been my first introduction to your whole comic company and the world you created. So it's pretty. It's even cooler for me because I'm such a nerd.
Yeah. And, well, it's like where did I see it? I went to that I guess in Seattle they had that Stanley Museum thing set up where they're like there was.
Oh yeah.
Man, that place was awesome. I thought it was going to be like a little tour. It was long. It had great things. It had comic books from old, had great original art, statues, just had everything. And there was this huge banner as soon as you walk in. It said Stanley had written like, I had to put my heroes in some sort of universe, but I said, and he was like, Well, I live in New York, so why not New York? And then that's kind of how like I feel like he knew where he was. He knew he could write about New York because he lived there, and that was it, that's one of the advantages of being an island boy who was raised here. It's I kind of know the spots. I kind of know like the banter of what everybody how they talk to each other, and it's like I said, you get that authentic feel you're not going to get from Hawaii Five-0, Magna PI, or a lot of the other shows that come here. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's weird. I mean, I know a couple of words, and I catch a few things here and there. Like I told you before in our emails back and forth.
Yes.
A good buddy of mine who's also like a wicked comic book nerd, just retired Master Chief from the Navy, and he retired his last few years in Pearl.
What's his name?
Tim Canela.
Huh. Yeah, the military community is definitely a strong force in the comic stores and stuff over here. You see a ton of military coming in all the time to the stores, and it's always good to see. But yeah, that they come here, and then they actually see like a local book tour. They're like, what? And it's something at least to remember their little station by of when they were here, and they can take it as a gift.
Yeah, I told him. I go, hey, mijo, I'm gonna be talking to
yes,
Hawaiian comic book creator tonight at 9. He goes, give me the link. I'll watch it when I get out of work.
Nice. So yeah, I do appreciate that. It's really good. COVID really hurt in a lot of ways, but it did give me some time to prepare and plan, and all the different projects to line them up. And Anuenue was the one that's going to kick it off with other comics to be coming along the way. I want to do a little spin-offs of different things, but also I wanted to also pull in like a more like history type of comics, which is the bigger one that's coming in October. That's King Kamehameha, which is the king, chief that united the islands. That's going to be a really big. That's going to be a big one. I'm going to put that up on Kickstarter too, but I already know because there's a lot of deep passion for his story, and I think it will definitely be embraced a lot of ways because it's important to perpetuate that island culture and that the history that we have here. And so to do it in a medium such as comics, I just thought it was a natural fit to just to share that Kamehameha story. I kind of bend it a little bit to be a comic version. However, there's enough great story in there, regardless, that the kids who are interested, they're definitely going to say, man, I want to learn a little bit more. And that's the key. You're kind of giving them those little doses of like interest in a topic, and they can go off and, to the world to discover more about King Kamehameha. So, I try to keep in morals and lessons throughout, but not like shoving it down your throat, but little drips of it. And I sneak it in there, whether it be respect for your elders or protection of the land here, just enough for it to be like just understood and shared, and that's like these are important things to live by. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I tell this story with everybody. The first interview I did when I started this show was with Graham Nolan.
Okay.
And he was launching a Kickstarter of his own, started his own publishing company, and he was doing, indie comics. And the first thing, the pledge without a reward, $10 tier, where, you can use that as an add-on. You can add, an extra $10 onto the tip because you love the project and you want to contribute a little more.
Yeah.
Graham changed this to buy Graham a beer.
Wow.
Yeah. About 78 people bought him a $10 beer. So I figured it had to be at least a Guinness because,
yes.
You could buy a whole keg of Budweiser for that.
Hey, that's a creative way to do it.
Life's too short to drink crappy beer.
That should be a T-shirt right there.
I'm sure it is. So, okay, here we go. Anuenue Warriors #1 PDF emailed to
Mhm.
you upon completion.
Yeah.
And your name listed in the Mahalo, which of course is
Yes.
thank you
There you go, Will.
page of the
That's right.
comic. That's for a $5 pledge or more.
Right. That's it.
$10, you get 2 digital Hawaii
Yep.
comics.
Yes.
You get Anuenue Warriors #1,
Yep.
and you're gonna help me out.
Aumakua #1. Yep.
#1 Guardians of Hawaii.
Yes.
Yeah,
so it's definitely yeah, I would say if you love Hawaii in any way, if you're always in interest, if your interest is to learn, definitely pick it up. And it doesn't have to be the more expensive ones. The low end ones it's just as good. You're gonna get it, and you definitely get that behind the scenes look of what Hawaii is.
Yeah, whatever tier you choose.
Yes.
If you've pledged already, please share this out on all your social media.
That's key right there. The share, word of mouth. That's it, Will.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, sharing is caring wherever you go.
Sometimes there's some drawbacks to that extra sharing, but that's for another show.
Right.
I mean, any place you get social with your media, share these out. If you love the project, share it out a couple times a day. The best thing to do is to share it out in the morning and then share it out again at night, like a 10 or 12 hour screen in front of it. That way, just about everybody on it, so you do it on your Twitter, everybody on your Twitter will eventually see it at some point in the day to be able to check it out for themselves.
Yes, that'd be great. Yes.
And tag any comic book friends or comic book podcasts, and let them see this so they can get in on it, and at least even if they can't get Chris on the show, they can feature it and show the wares off.
And then a lot of times a lot of people from Hawaii do move to United States, and when the states and someone's got the bound to know, hey, that guy's from Hawaii. I mean, surprise them with this. This is such a really when people crack open the book, especially if they've lived here, it's almost like it's like that connection just snaps together, and you're immersed in like a daily life in Hawaii when the characters are doing that banter, and you're going to see on their face that there's the joy that it brings. So even if somebody from Hawaii, they're going to definitely, if you want to surprise them with the gift, this is a great way to do it. So I suggest go for it and do it.
I grew up with a family from Hawaii.
There you go. See, it's all about the connects.
My friend's father was is retired Air Force, and his mother was a Native Islander, and they got married. And I went to school with the older brother. There was a sister that was a little bit older, that of course that myself and everybody else used to crush on. And
some of them local girls. Yeah.
And she's a sweet kid. I talk to her online all the time now, and the younger brother who I talk to all the time. And man, the older brother that I went to school with, that was in my classes, went into the Air Force, and then he retired, and now he's like an airline pilot now.
Wow, dude.
And the younger brother sings in old time like rock and roll bands. He's got a governmental job, and any chance he gets, he takes his daughters and son out on the water. They could be paddle boarding, taking the boat out and cruising around the bay, or getting on the jet skis.
Oh, there you go. That's the way to do it. Yeah, that's living that Hawaii life. And like I said, these islands are so special, not just because of the scenery and the ocean and stuff, but it's just the people too that really makes it. And and you'll see that, I guess, that aloha spirit actually in work. I mean, there's so many different nationalities that are blended over here. That's the product of the plantation days. That's a POP, product of plantation, with the pineapple and the sugar cane, and then that offer to come here for for a chance at new life. So you had everybody pouring in. My family, the Portuguese and the Puerto Rican, and I got the Hawaiian base that lived here already. The Asian side came down. So I mean, it's just an interesting blend of people here, and yeah,
and Elvis,
right? Yeah, he definitely made his appearances.
Oh yeah. So we've got Anuenue Warriors #1. You'll get the PDF, the physical comic, your choice of cover, the Anuenue holographic logo sticker, Mana Team Up postcard, starring Mother Mana and
Royal
Hawaiian. And of course, all the unlocked stretch goals.
Yeah, and a listing in the Mahalo page. So yes, that thank you page. So there is, it is a good incentive to also get that physical copy. There's definitely things there for you. So by all means, just take a chance on it. You won't be disappointed. It's going to be a great book.
Oh yeah, stickers, and and that's the best thing about indie comics is you back an indie comic and you'd be like, hey, this is my book.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Look, my name's right here in the back.
Yeah, that's always fun when you're sitting at a table and you don't really think about it, and the little kids are like with their eyes so big they can't believe they're meeting somebody, and you're thinking, oh, thank you for buying that. You're more impressed that they're buying it, I think, than they're impressed of meeting someone who made something.
Oh yeah. With a $30 pledge, you get 2 comics from Hawaii, Anuenue Warriors, and that other book that you said that I don't think I still can pronounce.
Aumakua
Guardians of Hawaii.
Yes, perfect. And
the first one was easy. It just sounded like I was making fun of something. Anuenue.
Yeah. And I like right on the left of it, I pronounce it phonetically, or like nu next to the you'll see it underneath the picture over here. But yeah, that one's a little easier to say than Aumakua. Aumakua is it's definitely another important word in Hawaiian culture. They are guardians. They're gods. They're your ancestors. The spirit world that protects you. So Aumakua is that team in particular. That book it's basically the start of it all. And so you get you get the beginning of the universe and you get the beginning of the series all in that one pledge tier.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, there's definitely good stuff. That mini monopack that you're scrolling past. There's another artist named Shun Pactanic. There's another artist who does it for Marvel. All these like little cutesy baby versions of the Marvel characters. Shun
guy.
You know who I'm talking about? I want to say it's Scott something.
Scotty Young.
Yes, Scotty Young. Shun to me is up to that caliber. He's really talented. And it was just so happened upon him. He at a convention, he came to my table with some fan art of the Aumakua. He said, I really like your book. And he placed it there and he walked away. I'm like, looked at the art and I had to grab him, come back. I gotta work you. This is incredible. So we're doing I'm doing some stuff with him too. So yeah, that there's a whole little section for him because I just want to push. He's a young guy coming up and coming, and he's so good that I wanted to have a separate tier for just him. So you got his art stickers of each of the characters and the cover that he did, the variant cover. Several different variant covers to choose from. And so you got some choices. You got some variety to look through. So by all means, take your time with that, and take a chance.
Pledge, you get all 4 covers, or you can choose to get all 4 of the same cover.
There you go. Your choice.
They make a wonderful gift.
Yeah, they do, and it's not like I'm gonna go on to sell these covers. These are just Kickstarter exclusives that I'm not gonna. There's gonna be only one cover, and that's it from here on out. So you're getting something special and unique, definitely. And what is it, 100? What is that? 118 backers. So that's, if you can think like that in that terms. Wow, you have something really special there.
And there's already 9 people that grabbed all 4 covers, so it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, they're yeah,
it's like
they're like
oh those
they're like
those are the
oh.
cover hogs. We know them.
You're like, oh, because they know. I have a guy that he got my first book and like one of the first printings, and he already got it slabbed, signed, and printed. 9.8. I'm like, dude, you're the only person that I know who's done this. And he's like, yeah, look at this. Like, wow.
You gotta go on the CGC registry
Yes.
and look up your company and see how many books over the course of time that
Yes.
have been slabbed, and they'll come up, and it's like he might be the only one that's done it.
Yeah, honestly, I think he's the only one. I have never seen anybody else do it because he brought it to me. I'm like, look what you did, man, and you got like a first run printing version of it. I'm like, wow, that's gonna be something if I get hit by a car in the middle of the street.
Oh no, let's not do that.
Oh.
$75 pledge gets you all of the above with an Anuenue Warriors t-shirt.
T-shirt, yes. So yeah, that's a fun one too. The t-shirt itself has like one of those corner boxes, with all the faces, like when you used to see them on those retro comics with the faces of the.
Oh yeah,
the
old marble.
Yeah,
corner art.
I love that. And as a kid, when we used to go to the spin racks, I would look at that corner box because they were pretty truthful as to see who was going to be in the book. So you're like, okay, this guy's probably going to appear if it's on this little corner box.
Oh yeah, the team books. They would put like the headshots all around. Yeah.
And either John Byrne or George Perez would draw those little heads on those, and they'd reuse them from time to time. But then you would know who's coming out. So the Anuenue Warriors. That one has a little corner box T-shirt, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Let's see. Here we go. Original art.
Yeah, original art. Me, and it's actually going to be me. Like most people say, Chris, do you do any of the drawing anymore? I was like, well, for these particular postcard arts, I will be drawing. So and that's something because I tend to just delegate nowadays. I've reached the point where I want to keep this whole comic business going. So the artwork, I let the artist do the thing. I do the colors do the thing. The letter do the thing. I'm not just writing and creating. But then I'm going to take that time to draw your favorite Monocomics universe character. And if I get overwhelmed, then I got backup, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, I know. The pictures that you sent me in the email, one of them is you sitting at the desk drawing, and I'm like,
that's a rare thing. That's like issues 1, 2, and maybe issue 1, 2, and 3. That old one.
Bruh, you're like beast mode. You look like the Hulk drawing a comic.
Oh, more food needed. But yeah, that's when and honestly, I give credit to artists, writers. I mean, it's hard to think of a story, granted, but still, it's quicker to write a page than it is to do one page of comic book work. Oh, and like I was saying. My artist and stuff, he has a full-time job. You have to in Hawaii, obviously, and he come home, he takes care of his kids and his wife, and then at 10 o'clock, whatever, he starts drawing. And I just don't have that patience. I'll do what I have to do on my keyboard, but it's the drawing I'll leave it to other people unless it's cause for like something special, which that's what this thing is. It's very special.
You still like to draw. You just don't have enough time.
It's time. Yeah, it's time. I do have that passion for it. I have just so much. I get excited when I start to create things, and that that's never gonna die out. But it's my mode has switched to like a more Stanley rather than like a Steve Ditko. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, or Jack or something. It's very I'm focused now, and I can move it quicker rather than do it by myself. Like some guys actually do. Some indie guys they do so much of the work on their own, but I don't want to be that guy that takes 3 years for one book. I have to keep it moving.
Keep it moving on a steady schedule. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Warrior Pack where you will draw original postcard art by you. A Monocomics artist.
Yes. So it's I think that was that's the one. I'm trying to scroll, but I'm seeing it on the screen too. But so there's definitely like I said, there's some variety, there's some choices, and Yeah, within the 2-day mark, we're fully funded. So it was a great thing, and it was the quickest I've ever. Like I said, I've done nine other. This is the quickest, so I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, and this is like a huge tier for like
Yeah.
all the stuff you're getting.
Yes.
It's like $100. You're gonna give them original art,
Mhm.
like an original art card,
Yes.
postcard size.
Yep.
They're gonna get 2 copies of Anuenue,
Mm-hmm.
their choice of covers, the PDF, of course.
Yep.
Guardians one.
Yep.
The
mini
Kiki Mini,
sticker.
Kiki,
Yeah, the sticker set. Yep.
the sticker
And the
set,
holographic sticker.
the holographic logo sticker, the T-shirt.
Yeah, and all the postcards there's like original art. I don't think I shared any of the original postcards. I don't think I even posted it on there. It's actually on my Instagram feed. I've been releasing them, showing what it is. But there's great stuff. There really is.
Three different team up
postcards.
Yes. All the stretch goals.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody gets a listing in the Mahalo page.
Yes, definitely.
See, I can't remember how to pronounce the precursor to the Guardians.
Yeah, the Aumakua.
Aumakua.
Just think like owl, because it's AU, and that's owl in Hawaiian. So Aumakua.
And then 500 is the Mana Mother Load original art.
Yes.
Get all there is to get, but 11x17 original art of any Mana Comics character.
Yeah. So you've seen that one you posted first of all the different characters. There's actually also a bunch of other characters that we did have thus far. So it's any character from the Mana universe. So that's
not colored. So it's pencils and inks, right?
Yeah, it's pencils and inks for that one.
And you're gonna get 4 copies of the comics, or you're gonna get an 11x17 original piece of art. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get all 4 covers.
Yep.
At which you can
mix it up.
Get signed and slabbed.
I want to see that happen. That'll be great.
You're gonna get the T-shirt, the PDF, the holographic logo,
stickers, the minis,
the mini stickers,
all the team up postcard arts.
Oh my God, this is a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we're pouring it on for this one. We're pouring it on. And so yeah,
this was limited to 5.
Yeah. Just yes.
There's only 3 more openings for that one.
Yes. Yeah.
And exactly. there's only a few days left.
Yeah. So, we're down to 9 days. So hey, if that excites you in any way, go get it. Just the fact that we're doing the 11x17 art, I mean, it is that's some definitely work, and you get it from the originators of the book. So what better way to if you're a collector, to get something special like that? Yeah.
Oh, if you're a comic book collector, getting an original piece of art is always just amazing.
Exactly. But yeah, that's it, man. That's our that's our exciting rewards. The comics, it's going to be out quicker than I normally. Normally, I it takes like 5 or 6 months to actually finish it. July is the time that we're going to be releasing rewards and the book itself. So the turnaround is a lot quicker this time. Mm-hmm. It's definitely worth looking into and getting.
Here's the group shot cover.
Yes.
Okay, I like the girl with the bow, but I'm partial to bow and arrows. Probably because they're silent.
Silent and deadly.
Yeah. Kind kind of like a breakfast burrito, silent but deadly.
Right. That second variant covers by Chris Loman. He's the guy that's been with me since 2014. This one reminds me of kind of like that Invincible cartoon. They were to jump off and fly in the air in this pose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just dynamic on this one. I think in Aumakua number one of our rewards was a picture of all our different characters, just like this pose was the pose, and he just recreated that pose for this first issue. So that's a great one to have. And then moving on down below is that 1 hour, that chibi cutesy. People tend to go nuts over these little characters. They just think they're adorable. So Shun does a really good job. So this is the keiki.
Well, I think that this is a lot better than Scotty Young, and for the simple reason that Scotty Young draws all of his the same way. like there's a method to how he does it.
Yes.
And all the characters basically look alike, with a different outfit on. And these are all different shapes and sizes and colors.
You can see the personalities. He's really good at that. And like I said, we're doing a comic that's coming out at the ending part of July that has to do with Sister Shark, like baby versions and all her friends. So that's an artist to watch. So
I was gonna say, I was just about to say, it would be kind of hilarious if they looked like this throughout the entire issue. Just with this cover.
Exactly. It just do that version. It would be hilarious.
There's not enough time for you to call him and be like, dude, can you redraw this issue just
the
like that?
Whole thing, your style. Yeah, exactly. But I definitely get to work with him on another book we're doing. So it's I look forward to. I mean, it looks so good when I'm looking at his panels too, because I was like, man, what a great cartoon this would be. That's what I look at. So, and then this is Francesco's one.
Here's the Mana cover.
Yes, and Francesco he's the man. He did the Ultraman series for Marvel recently. Run on that. So I've always been a fan of that rubber suits and chopping each other with fake buildings being toppled over. So he brought that Ultraman skill set to Anuenue Warriors, which is. His art is incredible, and he just did such a
watching the old
job.
Creature double feature on Saturday afternoon when you're.
Gosh, so fun, so funny too, man. But now when you look at it, it's hilarious. But back then, that was a thing, man.
Like, I haven't even read the book. I don't know who anybody is or what they do yet.
Yeah.
But I know I like her character right off the bat.
Yeah.
I'm confused. The little knobs on her head that go all the way back.
And let me explain that, because a lot of people ask me about that, and that goes to, like, if you look at Hawaiian culture, like the olden Native Hawaiians, they would fashion like helmets, and the helmets are like the high shark ones, or there was also none with knobs. There was a helmet, and I don't know all the different names of these different helmets, but this one in particular. The warriors would use is in battle, so they'd fashion it and make those little knob things right down the head. So I guess every society had helmets, had different things, but so I wanted to have like a cosmic look of the warriors that they wanted to represent the warriors that lived back in the day, and to make them kind of look like that, but in a different sci-fi cosmical way. And I think it was Francesco really pulled it off in that regard, because they had the traditional clothes in some areas, the traditional helmets, the capes with insignias that are similar that you'll see on like if you go to the museum, you see like helmets and capes of the old Hawaiian warriors, and it's similar, just different colors.
I just know I like her because she shoots. It reminds me of the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon.
I love that cartoon.
When the kid that had the bow, it was like a powerful, like, magical bow that he would just draw and shoot basically magic arrows with. And I'm like, and that's where I'm drawing the connection right here. And I'm like,
no, that's exactly it. And then
I'm like, okay, that's my favorite right there.
Yeah. Well, that's in essence, that's what she's doing when she pulls back her bow. Initially, when she starts that battle with the darkness, she's basically shooting her powerful children like they're like weapons themselves. So she's like, here comes red mana, here comes yellow mana, here comes. Of course, it's the names of the colors in Hawaiian. Each character So she's blasting them off, and they're going off and doing battle against the darkness. So it's definitely, it was fun. It was a really fun book to do. I'm telling you.
Man, if only when we got in a fight, we could throw our kids at people.
Launch some anger, some tantrum kid who likes to bite. Here, let's unleash this one.
Yeah, throw my teenage daughter at them.
Yeah,
redhead with an Irish attitude.
Yeah, with teenage angst. Here you go.
Oh, unbelievable!
Right.
And here's some of the original art, dude.
Yep.
This is amazing.
Yeah. So I mean, and initially, when Mother Mana comes down, she's just like, she's giving out everyone just sort of like an ultimatum. Please leave the area. and they're, of course, they're not having any of it. That's kind of setting up that scene. And and so their reaction causes this reaction. Unleash the kids, and there they go.
Get my children.
Yep.
Okay, here's some of the rewards.
Yeah, so it's basically, you can see the covers and the
there's all the stickers.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, who's the little blue dude?
Oh, that's Polu. Polu is he's blue mana. So in the book itself, it's so different. He's the biggest guy of the group. Mm-hmm. But it's so funny that he kind of has that stocky, like he kind of looked like me when I was a kid, like that stocky, a little bit overweight there, and he's kind of blue all the time, like a Eeyore kind of thing. That's the vibe. It's so funny. I didn't even mention any of the personalities to Shun. He just picked up on it, and he put that guy there. I was like, that's it, perfectly it. Because in the book, though, he's big, he's powerful, he's got the powers of hurricanes and thunder and lightning behind him. But and as a little boy,
apparently, because it looks like he's blowing a little cloud out of somewhere.
Right. So that it just, he nailed that, the essence of that character. Each one, actually, it was hilarious. He did a really good job.
It's like we can tell who ate the fish taco for breakfast.
There you go. Right there.
Actually, it reminds me of Sadness from that from that Inside Out movie.
Yes.
Just like, oh.
Yeah, like it's Sadness meets ER had a love child, and that's it. And actually his little what do you call those water things around your waist, that floaties? It's actually the seahorse of like, it's similar to Aquaman. Aquaman used to ride that seahorse.
So, that's what it is. It's from a leak.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. That's that leak. It's just like that. That's,
man, I thought he was ripping one. I was waiting for the plant behind him to start to die.
Right. Oh, shoot.
Good Lord.
Yeah, he's we've got, like, in fact, we've got stickers from the first, like the Aumakua stickers of all the little characters. He does, like I said, he does a fabulous job with, bringing them to that kid cakey, cutesy, chibi look to him, and I just
oh my God, chibi stickers are like the biggest seller in the world. I just,
I did not know that. And
you could make up sets of Kiki stickers or Chibi stickers of your characters.
Yeah.
And, put them on a, just the however they're printed out in the sheets.
Yes.
And, bag them up and slap a price on them.
Yeah. And that's what I do. They don't even buy my book, but they'll see the stickers and they'll buy the set of stickers. I'm like, all right. I mean, that's, I don't know. It's, for some reason they just, they attach to it. So,
well, it's
great.
It's a bigger profit that you can put into making more books.
There you go. That's exactly right. So I'm definitely blessed.
And the holofoil.
Yeah.
Anuenue Warriors sticker.
Yeah. Yes.
And of course we get a better look at the covers, the Francesco Mana cover.
Different one. Yes.
Which is the one I'm gonna pick.
Yes.
The Chris Lohman cover, who's the interior artist, correct?
Yeah, he does the interior work with Francesco, so they go back and forth in the book.
And Shun's little cute.
Shun, Shun's chibi cute stuff. Yep. So you definitely got a variety of
covers. And Now we get a look at the
Yes.
giant corner box in the middle of the shirt. I thought you meant the corner box was like up in the corner, like where a pocket would be on a pocket tee.
Oh no,
and then
no.
it was just a group shot of them. I didn't know. So that's still cool because, man, they lost so much, getting out of corner art. And man, I've been selling mainstream comics that I've collected over. I got like 150 boxes of comics, and I just been going through selling stuff. And I've been selling key issues so I can pledge bigger tiers on projects. Whoops, you froze. Chris froze. Okay, we're going to keep going here. And the add-ons. They're going to offer up all these add-ons. Aumakua Locked Up. They've got all these different books. These can be found at their web store at manacomics.com. The link is in the chat. Or if you're listening to this in the podcast, obviously it's manacomics.com, MANA comics.com. And there's also a link there for the Kickstarter, so you can go right to the Kickstarter from their web store. Or you can just search Anuenue Warriors on Kickstarter. The link is in the link for all that is also in the show notes, either up above or down below, depending on where you're watching us. There's going to be more art, signed character cards, and vibrant stickers of the mighty Anuenue Warriors. And the first stretch goal is still locked. It's at 8K, but it's very close to being broken. There's 9 days left. I think this could easily hit the first 2 stretch goals, if not the third one, in just over a week. And all these books can be grabbed as add-ons. Some of them are oversized, one-shots, or part of the main title. Hey, there he is.
Lost you a little bit. All right, we're back.
I'm talking, and then I'm not hearing anything in return from you, and because I'm on a different tab, so I come back to the page, and you're just. I go, oh, he froze. I go, okay, I'll just keep talking.
Hey, that's the way to do it. That's great.
I'll just keep talking and see where we go. So
show must go on, brother.
It's got to go. If there's one thing I know I can do is just run my gums. So we have add-ons, and you get to choose upon checkout some older issues of Mana Comics.
Yes.
You can now check them out at our older Kickstarter pages or on their website, which is the best place to check them out.
Yes.
Manacomics.com.
Yes, thank you.
And the first book that you can get as an add-on is also one of the books that you can get if you go just a little higher of the of the base book.
Yeah,
so if you go like the next tier up.
Yes, you get that Aumakua physical copy, Guardians #1. So yeah, you get the book that started it all.
Also available is Aumakua Home Invasion #5, Sister Shark #1.
Yes.
Mana Double Feature #1.
Yep, Mana Double Feature. So
is that a
it's the characters, or like there's just solo adventures for each of the characters in
Oh,
those two
okay.
books. So that's what I kind of focused on. But Sister Shark got too popular, and I just said, okay, I'm gonna start making a series with just her. So we're up to number 2 with going to, and this July it'll be number 3 after the kickstart.
Now, I gotta ask you, the Mana double features, are those flip books?
It's like story number 1 is first, and then the next story is
Okay.
right after. So it's
I had to something about me being stuck in the 90s.
Mhm.
I'm like, whoa, it's a double feature. Is it a flip book?
No.
So you read halfway through and then you flip it over, and so it's got a cover on the front and a cover on the back.
Yeah.
I used to get confused when they first started doing those flip books years ago.
Batman did one kind of maybe within a past couple of years. You would flip it around. I think it was the Owl Guild or something, and he was trapped
the
in this
Court of Owls, yeah.
And then he was trapped in this maze, and then the way the book panels read, you had to flip it around in different ways and flip it over. I got so confused. I got lost in it. So maybe that was the point of that book, because Batman was actually struggling to get out of this maze and he couldn't figure it out. Likewise, the reader.
I didn't mean the one with the flipping panels.
Yeah,
but back in the 90s, they used to have they used to have. Let me just take these off so we don't show the person's name who bought them from me. They would have a flip book. So here's the book.
Yes.
So it's Venom Lethal Protector 5, and then you would flip it over, and it would have a different issue.
The whole issue, yeah. So it would be one story on that side, one story on the other.
Yep. So and then you would flip it over and do that.
Yes.
I know Valiant, the original Valiant back in the 90s, did that. Like it was Magnus Robot Fighter number 5.
Okay. And
then when you flipped it over, it's the actual first appearance of their samurai character, Rai.
Okay. The Robot Fighter is the guy that wears the short dress, right?
Well, it's not really.
He had great legs.
Well, see, if you got great legs, you can get away with that.
You got to show it off.
I cannot get away with that. That's why I wear. I wear shorts all the time because I've had so many leg surgeries now. But before, it's like, hey, we're going to the beach. Okay, hold on. Let me get my sweatpants on.
Bust out the sweatpants.
He goes, why? I go, well, because they're oversized and they're dark, so I look thinner.
Oh, man. Oh, Magnus. What was it called? Magnus the Robot Killer.
Robot Fighter, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like an old character from back in the 60s, and they brought him forward and started retelling his stories again.
Oh wow, yeah, that's right. I do remember that one.
So we have Mana Double Feature 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
We have Sister Shock, the first 2 solo issues. Aumakua Warriors trade paperback.
Yeah, I did 3 stories in one. Yeah, I started doing the trade backs because definitely the local libraries and stuff wanted something more durable, so I went ahead and started Aumakua Volume 1 trade back, and I actually did that with Sister Shark recently, and it'll be out in July. So we're trade backing some of the things. So yeah, it's definitely you don't want little kids to just bust it up. That can handle they can handle the stress a little more.
Yeah, trades are also the biggest selling point in the comic book market.
There you go. So yeah, that's a definite good grab.
It's about 67% of all sales are like graphic novels or trades, because we live in a binge society. We sit down and we'll binge TV shows, movie series.
We want everything. We're just used to it. Netflix, we want it all right now. And then the ones that stagger it, you're like, oh, come on.
Oh, and with Disney, with like their Marvel stuff, the TV shows, I gotta wait another week to watch this.
Yeah, I'm.
What am I, 15 again? What the hell?
Don't make me wait. Let's do it all now. Yeah. And then you have to go through all of them to look for something else to watch. But yeah, I'm the same way.
And this is showing close-ups of some of
Yeah,
those
a
other
little
issues.
closer, yeah, of the issues. So yes.
We get the locked up issue.
Locked up issue, Realm of Ku. Ku is a Hawaiian god. Home Invasion. Yeah. So there's different titles to these Aumakua series, but yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're up to number 6 now, actually, which is
Cool.
they're not posted up here, but yeah. And so spin-offs and Sister Shark. So there's good stuff.
And as I was talking before you get to get back in here, very close to having the first stretch goal unlocked.
Yes. Yeah. I feel we're going to crack that one. So we'll see. There's good stuff to be found in those things. So yeah, I mean, you don't just with enough people, it's going to happen.
Yeah, and I think it'll get there. I think you have a good chance to unlock the first 3 stretch goals.
Oh yeah, because
definitely. There's a week left, and usually in like the last 3 or 4 days, there's a huge hit, just like you got at the beginning when you launch.
Exactly, and then there's that Kickstarter lull, and then at the end everyone rushes. Especially if you've managed to hit the goal early, it's always good for people want to jump on it at the very end too. But looking forward to it. I'll be a great thing to do.
It's like at the holidays. The whole family sits down at the table. You eat everything in sight, and then you go watch sports.
Yes.
Unbutton the top button on your jeans and just lay on the couch for a few hours. And then when the rest of the family leaves, you're energized, and you hit every part of the desserts that are left.
Go get it. That's what you just go get it. Yep.
And then call out of work the next day. Why?
Yes. Everyone calls in after the Super Bowl. That's what happens.
I can't make it out of the house. The wife tried rolling me out the door. My hips got stuck.
That's it. That is it.
So, I mean, this looks great.
Yes, thank you.
It's, man, if nothing else, it's colorful.
Yes, if nothing else, it's definitely very vibrant. But it is definitely the message that will catch you, the amazing art, the story. It's just wrapped up in a good package.
And you got me because, man, if I didn't hear King Kamehameha mentioned like at least 5 times a season on Hawaii 5-0, the original one and the new update,
yeah, right, yes, but
and plenty of times on Dog the Bounty Hunter show and.
And well, you get to experience the story in a comic version, which that's going to be something new too. So look for that in October,
which will probably have a lot more truth in it than any of the stories that they made up for Hawaii 5-0.
Oh man, Hawaii 5-0, the good stuff. It
was entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, like if it's the scenery. Like I'll watch it just say, "Hey, that's such and such." Hey, that's such and such. You kind of know where the spots they're going.
Yeah, and you get to see. At least you get to see like different parts of the islands and everything.
Yeah,
and
that's always good.
I go, oh, this is like watching the Vacation Channel.
It is. Right? It is. They pick the best scenes.
With bullets.
With a hell of bullets and dead bodies.
A hail of bullets, dead bodies. Damn, this place is paradise.
It's paradise. Yeah, love it here.
So this is going on for another 9 days. I urge everybody to get on this. It's an amazing looking book. The art is fantastic, and
yes, they are.
And your colorist killed this.
Yeah. Oh man, so I tell you what. Yeah, I got to give a special shout out to Lorenzo. Lorenzo did down another boy from Italy again. That Italy they're just loaded with artists over there. A lot of talent there. Lorenzo came up and you can see like when you're looking at the book too, like he fades out the back sometimes. I'm like, man, you got your own next level. I'm not telling you to do anything. You're figuring it out on your own. I like that relationship with the colorist. Like they're just doing it and it looks terrific.
My friends from Lost in Comics are coming up in here to check out what's going on. We're talking about Anuenue Warriors. I'm gonna bring the Kickstarter up again because
was this the one that was this the brother that what you were talking about earlier?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is one of my friends and fellow YouTuber. They've got a ton of great content. They go live on Thursdays on their channel, and they put up all kinds of other great content. This is the Kickstarter. It's up for another 9 days. It's Anuenue Warriors from Manacomics at manacomics.com.
All right. Thank you, Will. Appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you for the plug. I appreciate you. And definitely pick this up. You won't be disappointed.
Yes. Well, I want to thank you very much for hanging out with us. Where do you like people following you online to get news?
To get news of what's the latest and greatest, I'm posting on Instagram all the time. So just once again, just look up Monocomics on Instagram. You'll find me there, and you'll see what's not just Anuenue, but you'll see the next Sister Shark, King Kamehameha coming out. Just some other great titles that are going to be throughout this year.
Awesome. Well, we'll be looking forward to all of it. It was great meeting you.
Nice meeting you all. Big aloha from Hawaii. You guys have a great night out there.